Hello and welcome to the How Did I Do Academy. Today we're going to be looking at online golf lessons. Yes, you have been sending in your swings so I can analyse them online. If you want to be the lucky contestant to be having a golf lesson from me, Sophie Walker, please send in your swing from front on and from behind to the How Did I Do social channels. And maybe, just maybe, you'll get an online lesson and it's free. Mark Elliot, handicap of 29, he's a member of Allendale Golf Club. He sent his swings in for my analysis. I'm going to look at them now, give him some tips on what I would improve, head to the mat and also give him some drills and some feels to sort out his misses. Now Mark, I know you have a 29 handicapper, but less of this negativity. Worst part of my game, distance. Best part of my game, nothing. Miss short and miss right. Well, the first thing I'm going to advise you, Mark, is can you clean up your garden, please? You know, a messy garden could be a messy golf swing. Right then, Mark, let's take a look at your golf swing. Starting from behind, that down the line. Now, what I would say is your right shoulder gets a little bit out in front of you, so you're aiming left with your shoulders. And that is a tendency of somebody that would hit the ball from left to right. So let's just get that shoulder back. Other than that, setup looks really nice. I think the positives are to be seen. Like when you look at your swing on video, a lot of people will be like, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that wrong. What I like is the swiftness of your takeaway, the commitment to getting that club back. I would like a little bit more of security at the top of the golf swing. It looks like the grip kind of moves a bit in your hand. It gets a bit floppy at the top. So we'll be looking at trying to secure that motion. Now, when somebody hits it right, there's a couple of reasons for that. Club face open at impact and maybe you're swinging it a bit out to in. From the top of your backswing, a lot of people think, I just open up. Let's open up the hips, open up the chest. Well, sometimes that can mean that the club can get out in front of you and too steep. So what I'm going to look at here is how quickly that chest opens. And I'm actually going to say to you, we're going to feel like it stays closed for longer, which will keep that club behind you for longer and get it more on that inside path and certainly less steep in the shaft angle. From face on, I love the way you wind back that left shoulder. That left shoulder gets behind the ball, it's great. There's good body movement there. But we can see how the grip, you know, just changes at the top, how we just lose it at the top. And then on the way down, I've already spoke about we're going to try and keep the chest closed, but we're also going to be thinking about the club face, how to close the club face. Now, as we come through to impact, it's open, and then in the last few frames after impact, you can see the right forearm rolling over the left. We need to get that roll before the golf ball in order for that club face to be aiming more left. So at least if you are hitting the ball right, we can start it left, and it goes right, so we can create a fade and not a slice. So my gloves on, got my club in hand, let's head to the mat. I'm going to take the setup a little bit like you do at the moment. I'm just going to push this right shoulder forward. You see that is aiming to the left. So we'll just readjust that, you'll feel like your right shoulder just sits back a bit more at address. Then we're going to look into the backswing. What I said, really like the way that you get that left shoulder behind the ball. Love that. But from this angle, you get to about here and you can see this. Can you see how much the club carries on? Because you actually lose it in the grip. From this angle, there. I wonder if you can actually feel it, lose it in the fingers. The feeling at the top of the golf swing needs to be a bit more secure. So you're going to see here how the grip is more pointing down to the ground and you're holding it in position. Don't let the grip flip. So the weight of the head takes over and the grip flips like this. We're going to try and get it more holding the weight of the club in a stronger position rather than let it go. Because what that does is it opens up the grip, it makes everything a bit weaker in general. And what's happening is you've got a weak strike with a weak club face. So let's try and just be a little bit firmer at the top. So now the club face is more secure at the top, we're going to talk about the feels that we're going to have in your golf swing. Now I mentioned that so many people get to the top of their swing and think I need to now open my hips and open my chest, and everything gets too much out in front of them. I want to reverse this with you. I want to get that feeling of staying closed. So as I take it to the top, I start the downswing, I'm going to actually feel like I keep my chest closed, keep my hips closed, which then gets this behind me. Then I can go after it. So I'm pointing over here rather than pointing over there. And that feeling of staying closed for longer, stroke maybe holding back from firing through to the ball, will get that club to lay down a little bit behind you, get it a bit more on the inside, which will also help those shots, those poor strikes and those misses to the right. We're thinking about being closed in the downswing with our body. We're also going to be thinking about closed with the club face. Now where the club face points at impact, that's the majority of the reason why the ball will go left, right or straight. So I'm thinking that you're open at impact with your face because of what you've been telling me. Now when I've looked at your videos, you have that lovely roll where the right forearm just rolls over the left and the toe of the club turns over. But it's a few frames too late. So you're getting it here. We need it to feel more earlier. So it's more in the downswing rather than after it. So you've got to create the feeling of, yeah, I'm going to roll my forearms and roll that club face to closed, but I need to do it earlier. With the combination of feeling closed with the body, I think you'll have time to do it earlier. Because at present, you open up and then you're like, oh, what have I got to do now? Oh, I've got to try and I haven't got time to do it. But if you're feeling at the top of your backswing that you stay closed, that club is behind, it's almost waiting for you to then start the roll action of feeling like the toe gets in front of the heel and starts turning from right to left at the ball rather than after it. So your feelings now are closed, closed, closed. Want to be slightly more closed with the shoulders. Slightly more closed with the face at the top because we're holding the grip rather than letting it go. On the downswing, more closed because we're pointing this way, we're not opening up. And then with the whole of the club, we're going to roll to close the grip, which then closes the face. So you're going to hit a few shots. I'm hoping that the left side of the golf course is what you're going to see, and that's a good thing. We want to start seeing more of the left-hand side. So you can overdo a few of them to start with. So closed, closed, closed. So that would be left, going left, which I think you're going to be like, oh wow, I've not done that before, I've not seen that. So that's like a bit of an extreme, and then we build a way of getting somewhere in between. But I think because you are so open, 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 your feeling of being really closed will actually straighten out your shape of shot. Right then, Mark, I hope this video has helped you out. I hope it's helped you understand a little bit more about your golf swing and how you can get that handicap down. Let's try and get it around 20 this season. That's going to be your aim. Any questions, put them in the comments, Mark. I'm here to help. I just don't want it to be one lesson, especially if you don't understand. And if you are taking golf lessons, if you don't understand, please tell the golf coach. That's what they want to hear. Thank you all for watching this video. Please make sure you like, you comment and subscribe. And if you want me to analyse one of your golf swings, please send them to the How Did I Do social media channels. But for now, I've been Sophie Walker. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you again soon.